Hey guys, I know I've not been on in a while, haven't made any videos. Thought I'd jump on and let everybody know what I've been up to. A good friend of mine's been, in a very polite way, telling me I need to get my thumb out of the dark, stinky spot and get back to making videos. So, before Christmas, I had a lot going on. My stepsons got married. The weather was really bad. It was a nice wedding, but the weather was really bad. I got sick. It took me a while to get over that. Our water heater decided it was going to spew 3 inches of water all over the basement, and since that's where I build, that put me out of commission for a while. By the time we got through all that mess, it was almost Christmas, and I decided I wanted to wait and see if Santa Claus brought me anything really cool to play with. You know, I'm the kind of person that if I start a project and then I get something really cool, then I can't concentrate on what I'm working on. And I was glad I waited, because he brought me something really cool. My daughter, let me move out of the way. My daughter got me right there is Elegoo Saturn 8K 3D printer. I have had that thing running since Christmas, almost non-stop. I have had a blast with it. Man, this Elegoo printers, I love it. Absolutely love it. And I started telling my wife, the only problem was I've gotten into printing some figures. You know, some of these figures are massive. And it was taking me 2.5 weeks to print a figure. And I, kind of jokingly with my wife, I was like, man, I need to find now a good used printer at a decent price, if there is such a thing, to go along with it to help me get some of these things done to where it doesn't take me so long. And we started looking around, and man, the prices people want for used printers is unreal. I mean, I looked for 2 months. I looked at used printers, and it's the same printers all the time. They can't sell them because of the money they're wanting for them. I mean, it's unreal. You can go out and buy a new printer from Elegoo or Anycubic for the same price that people are wanting for their old used, and they're better printers. You know, old used 4K printer, you could go out and buy a brand new 8K, or in some cases even a 12K printer. And I'd been looking around, and my wife's like, do you find anything? And I said, just high prices. And I flipped over onto Amazon, and I was like, now that's a good deal. And my wife says, what's that? They had the Elegoo Saturn 12K printer. They were having a flash sale for $2.99. And it was one of those, like a one-day only thing. And I was sitting here, I was like, well, it's too bad we don't have money. You know, it only had like 2 hours left on it. And I just flipped off of it, went back onto YouTube, started watching some videos. It wasn't 10 minutes, and my wife says, it'll be here tomorrow. I was like, what? She said, your new printer. I said, what? So my wife is awesome, man. She took it out of bill money, bought me the Saturn 3 12K printer, and then worked her butt off to get that money back in to pay the bills. So I've got the Elegoo Saturn 8K and the Elegoo Saturn 3 12K printers, and I have been working their pants off. I was always the kind of person, I didn't like to have more than one project going at a time, because my brain won't let me do more than one thing at a time. If you get a 3D printer, you're going to have more than one project going at a time. The rabbit holes are endless. I can show you some of the stuff I've been printing here. I started out, same good friend sent me some files, sent me some car stuff. So because it took every bit of money that I got to be able to get the stuff I needed to, let's see, let me take this out. Sorry guys, my hands are shaky. But, we got some, just let me switch. No, it won't let me switch. But we started printing out some car parts and stuff here. Let's see, how do I just want to flip my camera and it won't let me do it. Yeah, okay, it won't let me do it. Let's see if I can just show you this way. Let me pull some stuff over here. Okay, so we started printing out some car stuff here. So I've got some tires, wheels, engine parts. I got stuff scattered all over the place. I got some 24th scale, 25th scale. I've got a bunch more stuff in a container put away. I've been working on a lot of that. Then I got into printing my first figure. And see if you guys recognize this guy. Y'all recognize that little curly Q? Oh, Christopher Reeve, Superman. This guy, his body wasn't bad. That cape, however, holy crap. It took more resin and more time to print his cape than it did to print him. It is huge. I've got the rest of his body laying over on a tray. It looks like he was hit by a kryptonite bomb. He's just in pieces all over the place. His body, the way he keys together and everything are absolutely awesome. I don't know if you can see even the material and stuff on his outfit is just amazing. But that cape, boy, whew, I've been sanding on that thing. I'm gonna have to break out the Dremel and some sanding bits to get him really worked down. That was my first print. Then for my second print, I got into something a lot more detailed. Here's the base for Superman. I've already got it painted and everything. But it's just a simple little base. You know, it came out pretty nice. Not a lot to it. You know, see it fit in my hand nice and easy. But then I got into another one. I don't know if you guys know who Morbius is. He's kind of a newer character, at least to me. But his guy had some kind of a blood disorder and it was killing him. And he was like a doctor / scientist. And he come up with his own cure using, of course, vampire bat blood and something else. And turned himself into some kind of a creature. So I ended up printing this. I mean, his base is much bigger. It's got a lot of detail on it. He's got lots of little bats and stuff. He can control bats, and I mean, there's just a lot of detail and stuff in this one. He's not put together. He's just kind of sitting in place and leaning. I'm going to put LEDs, SMDs, and the torches flickering, so those will be lit. There is a lamp in the back. I've already got an LED in that. It'll be wired up and it'll be lit. And then you can see he just kind of towers up above it. But the detail and stuff in his face is just incredible. What these printers can do is just amazing. But I got him all done. I'm gonna have to research him as far as paint. I think his skin is like a bluish black or something. But I was really happy with how he came out. He's got like 3 different heads. I've got them all printed, but the head he's got on him is the one I decided I'm gonna go with. Then I decided to print something for my daughter. She bought me the 8K printer and I wanted to do something for her. So I decided to print her a tree. No, she's a fan of a couple of different characters here, and I'm sure if I show you this, you'll know who one of the characters is. If you know who it was that liked to rip skulls and spines out of people. You can see the hand. I've still got some cleanup work to do. You can see there's still mini supports, little mini supports on his face that need to come off. Sorry about the shaking, guys. If that don't tell you who it is, you can see all the detail on there. This tree is huge. This tree is bigger than that sculpt. This one section of tree here, I mean, I can't even wrap my hand around it. It takes both hands to wrap around it, but from here up to the crotch of the tree was a 30-hour print. It's monstrously big. But if that doesn't tell you who it is, let me see if I can bring part of him over. Maybe now you'll recognize him. This is just part of him. He sets, when he's done, he's gonna set up in the top of the tree. There's actually, if you can see him or not, but there's a couple of footprints in the top of the tree. He'll be standing in the top of this tree. So he'll be like way up here. It's a big freaking figure. It took like 5 bottles of resin to print this. But yeah, she is a big Alien and Predator fan. And this Predator, I mean, this is him with his helmet on. It's even got, you know, battle damage on top of his helmet on the front. But the detail is just amazing. Just crazy. And if there's his waist and legs section, is you can see his armor there. But if you don't like the helmet look, you prefer him without his helmet, check this out. I mean, look at that detail. That is just crazy. I'm sure this is coming off a little bit blurry in my camera, at least it looks like it to me. But that detail is just ridiculous. Let's see, I've still got cleanup to do. There's some little mini supports. Looks like Dart when he runs out of bologna. He is just, I mean, look at, I don't know if you can see the texture on his skin. Or not. But yeah, he is just really cool. The stuff these printers can do. But that's a lot of the stuff I've been printing. I got some other things I've done. I've done some tool type stuff, you know, paintbrush holders, a little wash station for paintbrushes, airbrush holders. Oh, and that light box in the background, I just recently finished that. I thought that was pretty cool. I put some LED lights in it so it changes colors. It came out really good. I'm happy with that. But yeah, if you get a 3D printer, man, you may not want to have more than one project going at a time, but you will have more projects. You can't help it. I mean, I've got both printers running right now. I'm printing a couple of paint stencils. I mean, there was one I wanted to get, I think it was through AK, that I'd wanted for a long time. It was like $14 for this little tiny thin piece of metal, and it was always sold out and I couldn't get it. I just found a couple that are just like it that you can print yourself. It costs like $1 a piece in resin. So I'm printing a couple of those off for myself and don't have to worry about it anymore. But yeah, it's just crazy. The stuff you can do with these printers is amazing, and I've had a great time with it. Hopefully I don't burn them up anytime soon. I'm wearing them out, man. They've both been great. I love them. I can't say anything bad about Elegoo printers. They've been fantastic. I love them. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. I've been printing, having a blast doing it. It's really fun. But that's about it. I will be getting into the senior build when it comes up. I just got my decals for that. I'm looking forward to getting on that, getting back to some regular building again. I've got a lot of painting here to do, but the senior build is going to take priority for me. I know it is for a lot of you guys too. I've got it narrowed down to 2 kits. I haven't decided which one. I'll be doing a video as soon as I decide. But yeah. So that's about it, guys. Don't want to make this any longer than it already is. But that's what I've been up to. Thanks for checking it out. I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.